I reminisce. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Kenlo back at it again with a new video, and today we have more artists of Untitled Sounds. And who we have here today? Who's up?
Shiva.
I like it.
Shizzy Man Diaz.
And I'm just Wolf. I'm Wolf. One syllable with an E.
So if anybody wants to start first, let's talk about how you guys got started with the music. Let's talk about that.
Let me start down the line.
Damn, I'm trying to think now. I've been doing music since I was a kid. I've been, my family, they're all artists and all, so I was growing up around that. I was always playing instruments. I played a violin, a guitar here and there, a couple other instruments, and then I took it serious when I in high school. I started a band with a couple of friends. Because my roots are very your punk rock, stuff like that. That's where I came from. So I had the band, and then that group broke up due to complications. All the shows happened, the egos clashed, whatever. So we broke up, and then I started rapping. And then here I am now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I've been playing the trombone since I was 9. So I was always liked doing music.
Okay.
I was born with perfect pitch, which is like this thing we can basically perfect pick out a note anywhere. So it's an acquired thing. Like you have it or you don't.
No,
sorry.
You brag about it a little bit.
You get harmonic pitch. Everybody can't have perfect pitch. Regardless, up until into high school, I was only mainly instrumental. I didn't start doing music production until the end of 2014. So I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I guess, right? Yeah, almost 2 years.
I guess.
And the journey about yourself.
Yeah, we good. But yeah.
I started late with music, so I always liked singing because I'm the singer of the group. I always liked singing, but I never really could as a young boy. My aunt and my family would gas me up all the time, we in the car, family rides, and I just in it. They're like, yeah, go ahead, and I knew I was trash, but it was what it was. But I got to around 9th, 10th grade, I started hearing that I actually had a sound, and other people started noticing that too. And from there, and I was big on poetry. I'm a poet as well, so that also helped me with my songwriting. I started writing at 14 and wrote my first song in 9th grade. And ever since then, just gradually getting better, practicing my craft and everything.
So tell me about how you guys found your niche in music, it's with rapping, the pitch and the singing and stuff like that. Tell us how they came about.
That shit took forever. It's hard and all. Because right now, it's because I have favorite artists in every kind of genre, so I play all kinds of music and all. So for me, it's hard in trying to find my own sound a lot of times when I hear so much, But it was until recently, that everybody who I talked to, they were like, "Yo, if you can just blend everything into one type of sound, or whatever, then that will help you, progress." So lately, right now, I guess I can say I found my niche, but not really, because because of the artist, you still grow. So 10 years from now, I'm gonna sound different than how I found now. But right now, I know for a fact that my music, it's you hear a lot of some pop, some rock and roll elements in there and stuff like that, and I'm just trying to push that in hip hop because I feel like hip hop needs that push to take it further. So yeah, it just takes work, You have to search it.
Alright, so basically, I don't know. I always just liked playing music. I always thought about when I was younger being a composer or something. This is the new age version of being a music composer, being a music producer. It's I don't know. I'm still really working on my where what I want to be as far as music. Now, at first 2 years I've been doing mainly trap music, but I still do other things in between. Maybe Shizzy changed that.
Get excited.
You can't put it in a box.
Get excited when it's changing.
It's just I don't know. I've been just going off of what I like personally in my music, and then incorporating stuff that I know from artists and producers that I actually like, and some of the techniques that they use, and a lot of hours on YouTube. Yeah,
Shout out to YouTube.
shout out to YouTube.
Shout out.
You know, that's
Nothing
the
but
university.
nothing but the-
YouTube University.
YouTube. I was like,
YouTube.
nah, I can't. It's too much on YouTube.
It's great. You
Free
gotta,
classes.
you gotta be able to compartmentalize it and find exactly what you're looking
Exactly.
for.
I was too.
With YouTube and Google. Shout out to them.
You know what I mean? But as far as like rapping went though, like I'm still very raw in that. But like the first person that actually told me I should rap was my aunt, Shiva. So like I don't know. I was just like, fuck it, why not? You know.
Yeah, here we are now.
Why
Here we
not?
are now.
Progressing every day.
Exactly.
Shout out to progression.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Message.
With me, it actually took me like a good while to discover the sound that I wanted to take and the path musically that I wanted to take. Because as a singer, obviously stuck to R&B role, soul role. Started up listening to a lot of Michael, of course, my idol. A lot of Usher, a lot of R. Kelly here and there. My old heads play that. But I like with my sound, I'm more of an edgy, dark type of love making, R&B, sex, drugs type stuff like that.
No, I know what you mean.
So yeah, so
Fleeking.
exactly. I used to, when I was younger, listen to a lot of like rock, Linkin Park, Green Day, stuff like that.
Shout out
Something
to those.
edgy. Try to.
Shout
I
out to
like
those.
the fact that like Green Day. I like Green Day.
I see that, man.
What's the what's the type that likes Green Day?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause people look at me like, oh, she just a little hood drunk. You know, like, she burning. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stereotypes. That's what I'm saying. Like, people look at the top, and like the type.
Like a
you know
black
what I'm
person
saying?
can't
Exactly,
like
right? Like a
yeah.
black person can't like rap. I
Everybody
like
has
Green Day. I like Paramore.
their own
I like Paramore.
Everybody
This
knows.
is one song.
Everybody knows that's what you get when you let your heart run.
What, man?
Head on rock, man.
Guitar Hero? Right.
And it always plays the Wild Wild because I worked there too. So it was like, and I'm just like, I'm always like,
Oh, you're talking about Ain't It Fun?
yes,
Oh,
I
the
love
fun,
that.
yeah.
I love that song.
I was
I
like,
love that
I was
song.
trying to
Summer
say
Anthem.
And it was
That
another song.
2014.
that was a summer anthem.
I love that song. And it was another song. It was like a long time ago. Like it was I can't get the name. I'm not even gonna say it.
Oh, Paramore dope.
But like,
Oh, he was.
but like, I as far as music, I'm very inclined with it. Like I do love rock. You know, certain songs like Green Day, like Paramore. You know, like the old Pink and stuff like that. Like if it came on, like I would definitely rock out to it. No pun intended. But like for sure. But like me as far as music, I really love old school R&B. Like John.
That's where it is. That's where it is. D'Angelo.
Don't listen to, you know, like I love
You
all
be
that.
like 1990s.
Yeah, like
Oh, alright.
that.
You talking about art Karen stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was a great time for music in general. Yo, the fucking
Yeah.
90s.
Oh,
What you
yeah.
call it? Every genre was killing. Hip hop, rock, R&B. The 90s was just like,
I
yo.
feel like everything. Yeah, I feel like
R&B was the hit. You know how like trap music is like reigning supreme right now? R&B is
yeah,
up
was
like
oh yeah.
at the top.
over everybody.
And speaking of which, like, how do y'all feel about music today, as opposed to back then? Especially with what y'all do, like rap, hip hop, you know,
Yeah, go ahead.
singing.
In terms of like how far back then are we talking like?
You can go as far as 1960s if you want to.
The 1960s to me, come on, yo, that's the godfather of music.
That's like the gap.
Yo, that's a great time period. Yo. But I mean, I feel like today music is kind of like going back to that. I feel like a little bit, because right now, think about it. Like we got people trying new things in genre. You got like pop artists who are trying new sounds because, like, on some shit, they're out of ideas,
Right.
So they kind of have to go back and like try to find new shit to add. Like pop is changing, hip hop is changing. We got boys, saying they're not even doing hip hop anymore, but they are in hip hop. They're just saying, no, I'm not a rapper,
Right.
So then you got like people like, and it's just like it's changing on. And to me, I feel like people are more, they're down for change. I feel like more now, they're more open-minded for stuff, which is cool. I mean, there's bad music, there's good music and all, but that goes back to like. As far as like the 1940s, there's always been good and bad music.
Right.
I had people always focus on the bad, like, oh yeah, that's the whole generation. What? Have you heard the shit in the 80s?
Right, what about
I heard the shit in the 80s.
Plenty of trash.
The 80s were trash, yo.
Don't you want me, baby?
The people
That's true though.
You listen, you like, all right, for real, like, what the fuck is y'all doing in the studio?
Like, don't you want to focus on Michael Jackson and Madonna all day? Like, people back then was trash. Yo, on the comment, like, they was trash.
Songs, you gonna keep on.
That shit way in the air.
Yeah.
I really will admit that. Like some songs, I just be like,
Exactly. All the
that's so. I hear that song all the time.
in the 70s was a time where
70s is lit though.
yo, but disco was getting kind of old after a while. Like,
That's why it died. That's why it didn't
hip hop came and was like, age, you gotta go. It was some shit.
Right.
You know, when P-Funk to Africa Bombay.
Right. Because if you look at like the documentaries, like the hip hop documentaries, they would talk about how disco was so prevalent.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I think by the end of the 70s, and then as soon as like 1980, 1981, that's when like everything started.
You ever watch the Get Down on Netflix?
Yeah.
They talk about that a lot too. No, and they were saying like,
Right.
yo, that shit was real. They talk about hip hop, and like, you know, they be saying like, well, yeah, DJ doing this.
And you know what's crazy? Like, they actually, if you think about it, like, it seems so easy just to get a hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see in the Get Down how they struggled and fought to get a record. You know, just to play, just to get the rounds and just to get the music out. And I feel like
It's really how things work.
right.
There was no internet.
Everything
Exactly.
is so accessible.
The internet
We
was
were
back.
focused.
Work ethic back then.
They were focused.
Mixed.
Everything is so accessible.
People nowadays don't have that same work ethic.
Everybody can have
Everything is so easily accessible.
People make
They think you
songs
just
off of their phone.
right.
Yeah, on some shit. On some shit.
And the thing,
I
like,
can make a whole beat right now from my phone.
Yeah.
And if people couldn't do that back then, you literally had to pay like, you know, $500 just for like.
You know how hard it was to make a beat in
Right.
1992.
Right. You only had 8 tracks. Remember back when there was only 8 tracks? If you didn't get that shit right within that time, you had to literally go back and delete it all, start fresh.
You had to be one take.
Yeah.
I think for me, like, I feel like if I would have lived in that era, like, I would definitely put in that work because, like, me doing music, like, I remember I was so, like, into music, so I had a drum machine and everything. I had 2. And I was, like, making beats. Like, I still have these beats to this day. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, though. I don't. But, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, no, why not?
You know what I'm saying?
And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I might try. I might tap a button or two. Again, you know what I'm saying? Tap it on up, you know, tap, you know, like, but I'm just like, when I think about it, I'm like, you know what? I was 13 at the time, and I'm like, about to be 22, so I was, and every day I would make a beat. Like, every day I would have the, like, the one part. I was just like, you know, I'm going to try it, you know, just to do it. But I'm like, today, you know, it's like, I'm thinking, like, what's the point? Because ain't nobody really going to take how serious it is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like people, like, just, I just need
it's a different mentality,
like, what's going on with this music?
See,
Like,
now, I don't know about that because if you put the work in, people will definitely recognize it. They'll see how hard you're doing this, and if you're really about it, they'll see like your passion and your ambition for it.
right. And
That's the real music.
I think that comes from being from Philly too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Philly's
I don't
passionate.
know. We are really passionate. It's kind, and I say it's hard to get out of Philly because it's not enough. I always say this. It's not enough love being given to the ones that's really passionate about what they do. And it's like it's always about who's popping first.
I've always said that. Philly has always been clearly like no disrespect to
I love my city,
all the top artists in Philly right now because I know y'all. I see y'all every day. Y'all bull and girls, but like. It's so much talent here. It's so much talent here, and it all needs to like. It's like they're under a rock.
That's how everybody keeps themselves in their own little pocket.
Exactly.
Right.
If you're not in the scene, you're not really seen.
Connecting.
That's frustrating. It's like you guys see like Chicago and shit and all.
Yo, everybody they fuck with everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like drill artists fuck with like
they
like
fuck with each other out here. I mean, you got your beefs here and there, but like that still helps the music.
Those street rappers are hanging out with conscious rappers, hanging out with pop rappers. Everybody's like, I don't give a fuck what kind of rap you do. We gonna do this shit together.
Right.
You know? People in Philly and all, they're like, no man, if you ain't street, if you ain't this, then I'm not talking
Right.
street.
Philly doesn't have like I feel like we still have a musical identity.
Yeah,
because
we don't know
a couple of things
That's
that play
true.
into that though. So like we want to take it back to like 2000 when Philly rap was coming up. Young Cass, he was in the gangs. And,
Right. Oh my
you know,
gosh. Yes.
Chris Indy, and we had some boats going up. So now here's the thing:
That was a funny
people
time.
people will say that part of the reason that it didn't flourish is because of hooligans. And and his part in that whole operation. And
Because they how they reacted.
I mean that, and then the fact that like he like hijacked Person D's flow, you know what I'm saying, which he did successfully. Still my favorite rapper. So I don't care.
Sharingan, you know what I'm saying?
I
I see it once, I can use it.
I mean, effectively and better than you. Sorry, not sorry. That's how the business works.
Right.
At the end of the day. But like, and even since then, like, it was like a long little stall of like, after Cassie like fell off, he went to jail, and then like all that, and it was like, all right, now it's just me.
Who's next up? Right.
So then we just like championed me because there was nobody else.
Because there's nobody else.
And that's
$3.
That is so true.
It was
$3.
wow. The $3 got on the scene and like
he just didn't.
He didn't make good music. Yeah, he was a street
didn't really take it to the next level.
Right.
So it was just like me.
And now we got
Yeah,
like Uzi and PNB.
But listen, okay, I knew he was gonna bring it up,
And
I like Uzi because he brings a
Maxwell
different.
Preem is not as easy.
Sean Smith too.
Sean Smith, yeah, because I liked him when he was Young Savage. I always liked him when he was Young Savage, but I like Sean Smith too.
You know what?
But Philly has this thing on where like, and then this goes beyond music too. Philly, like in terms of sports and everything else, you know, like, we always had the potential to be something great, but like that Philly mentality holds us back. Like even Uzi, you know, I said it many times. I feel like he could be bigger and all than what he is now. He's big already, but I feel like Uzi could be much bigger. Yeah. But that Philly mentality holds him back. You know, like Philly as a whole, we're right there at the gate.
Right.
We're looking at like the stardom, but we like we don't do anything. Same with sports team in Philly. Everything in Philly is just like, yo, we got the potential. So what the fuck we doing?
It's like I feel like we stopped. Like
like scared. Like you know, we get scared. We're like,
well, I got this, but I don't want to show nobody. But you got to.
I like Uzi because he brings a different sound to Philadelphia that we've been hearing for years.
Yeah,
true. It's something different, and it's something everybody can get down to. Like even if you hardcore rapper type bull, all right, he raps with hardcore rapper type bull.
I feel like he's a rock star in my eyes. Like
he's a rock star. He's not.
It goes down to his style too. And I feel
it's
like
infectious.
Yeah, it's like
his personality.
Yeah.
I feel like he stands in his own light. Like
exactly.
he stands in his own. He like, you know what? This is the kind of music I make. It is what it is. This is how I dress. This is how I talk. This is how I wear my hair. Yeah. Things like that. And I feel like with other people, sometimes they try to be too much of the people that's in the in crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just too much wannabes. Oh, let me have this flow. Maybe it'll get me somewhere. Maybe I should just like just gonna give me this over here. Like
it kind of seems like they're trying to like cultivate a Philly like theme and Philly like swagger, but like we don't have like he said, we really don't have an identity yet. Philadelphia used to be soul music. It used to be singing.
And then people
soul.
The other issue is people come to Philly and they don't stay in Philly.
Exactly.
They don't stay here. They get big and they dip.
As they should though.
I mean,
I see what you're saying.
Niggas stay in New York.
Yeah.
Chi-town niggas stay in
Chi-town. Atlanta niggas
definitely. They leave New York, but they always come back. And I'm saying,
yeah, I'm saying niggas never come back.
You want to get
Will Smith?
He just came like last year. But it's like 2 years ago.
Listen, we'll be back more than Kobe.
That's because okay. Because we renounced Kobe.
We stopped claiming that.
Kobe renounced us, and we just had to take that. He was like, "Listen, he ain't really even feeling that." He a little parody.
I'm trying to stack your
Italy, bro. He like, nigga, what? I'm from
I mean, he shows love. He shows love.
Of course he shows love.
I mean, he always does.
He on house arrest. He gonna come back.
Oh, chill. I ain't trying to get this straight.
I wouldn't say this.
But he does. Even when he before that, he was always in the city. Always trying to do shit for the city.
Yeah,
he definitely has love and respect for the city.
Yeah,
I respect that. But like,
that's what we need from our.
I mean,
we need our
PNB Rock doesn't now.
PNB Rock is around, but like, that's.
He got a long way. He's not long ways ago. But he's
not at that level. He can just be like, "Oh, I'm the fuck out of here."
Oh yeah, no. He actually impressed me.
Even though
his freestyle for
I
was.
He got a different sound too. I like how he read this scene.
He's a better Fetty Wap. He was like Fetty Wap times 2.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
MySpace and then MySpace 2.0.
I wouldn't.
The same
caliber.
The same Fetty Wap music. That's weird.
I can't stand Fetty Wap and all, but I can tell you, like, they're similar in how they use their voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Got like that right up.
Did y'all hear he joined mixtape? Like,
I definitely see that.
Yeah. Wait, who's mixtape?
they had a mixtape together.
They did.
They did. They actually did. But
I can tell the difference. That's like
Exactly. That's my point.
I thought it was one else.
they have designer feature when they put together.
Someone else from Philly did the cover art for them too. So I feel like yes, and I feel like Justin Richburg or something like that. That's his name. He does like his style is like more like on the comic side.
But even like, for instance, like even like China, she had to like leave Philly.
Oh, China.
China, all the shit. But I'm like, she went everywhere. But like, she had to do all that just to start getting love in her own city.
Cause she was a model.
She was modeling in music.
Yeah, and I seen her in person. Yeah, I seen her in person.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's really a calm.
Davies fucking for Philly more than Philly niggas fucking Philly.
That's the thing. Like
Davies in Philly every other week for a video shoot.
Real rap. You thought that's going familiarity. You just like taking that
that's the key.
All respect.
In order to be big in Philly, you know, you have to go. Like right now on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Yo, Uzi, whatever. He wasn't. I mean, like he was popping Philly and all, but he was popping off other places before people hear that. Like, start like y'all fucking.
He blew up from Diamond Cuts. From Diamond Cuts, just
it's his video.
A$AP Yams gave him a co-sign too. Yeah. A$AP Yams gave him a co-sign before he died and shit. And then people were like, shit, who's this nigga Uzi? And then Philly were like, Malvin was.
Yeah, right.
Oh, like that.
Alright.
But on a good note, y'all. On a good note.
Positivity.
So, as far as people y'all look up to, it could be from Philly or anybody else, you know, in the industry. Like, who do y'all?
One person.
Or it could be even more. One person too. Who do y'all look up to in the music?
I have a lot of people because, like, for me, it just like it branches out. So, like, in terms of hip hop, it's Kanye. That's number one. Okay. Childish Gambino. To the name one. Kendrick. Lauryn Hill. The Three Stacks. I love Three Stacks. Is like my god. And in terms of hip hop, I guess that's going to be the main one. But like in rock and roll, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, I can't think of other people. Nirvana, I don't know if you ever heard of Nirvana.
That sounds familiar.
They're real big in the 90s. Prince, I love Prince. He's like in terms of pop now, like Prince, Madonna, Bowie. You know, it's just like, you know, like to me, because like, you know, they all do something great with their music. Like to me, like they all exceeded their genre. You feel me? Like they were beyond that. You know, people saw them as hip hop. They're like, no, I'm doing something more. You know, and to me, that's my goal. I'm trying to exceed hip hop and become something more and shit like that. So,
Alright. It's like, well, yeah, it depends. I guess, yeah, it depends. I was still like he did. Like for hip hop, for like the rapping purposes, main people I like. For like when I use my style, I'm just like who I really love listening to. Kanye is just like number one music inspiration in the hip hop realm. Stevie Wonder is number one overall.
That's
his
goal.
That's
his goal.
Oh my God! No one like started. That's what I was saying.
Shout out to the man.
Kanye, Hove, Andre 2000, who takes the ass.
Three Stacks.
You know, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator.
Yes.
Odd Future movie in general is very inspiring.
Named 3 Gentlemen's already so far.
That's nice.
Here we go.
That's cool, I guess. I named the Sagittarius too. That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. You know, but it's just like it depends. It's like if we're like for like how I write and stuff is like doesn't necessarily match the type of music I make per se. Mm-hmm. So like I make trap music. We know how trap music is. Right. But I write shit that's very lyrical. Like I use a lot of larger words, you know. I pull up on the thesaurus occasionally, frequently actually. But thesaurus. So it's just like I'm kind of like mixing the idea, like, and for instance, like if I was like, let's say if I was doing like more like a boom bap style rap, I would probably sound a lot more like Pusha T, but because it's on trap music, and that's my goal. Pusha T is my goal. What?
Like he
was always been rap.
He's always been like he always been that bold, but like he just
kept stepping up. Like you could never like be like, oh no. Anybody say like not? He was never not talking like Pusha T.
If you hate Pusha T, I'm sorry.
You got Oh yeah, Pharrell too. Just because of like I like how he's just so effortlessly able to incorporate other styles into hip hop effortlessly. And that's something I want to be able to do.
You know when it's his music.
Yeah,
like, you know it's real.
Yeah. He don't even need a producer job.
Right.
His creative mindset too is crazy. Pharrell just on some other shit.
Yeah, he be in his bag.
He gets to suit like, I gotta get out.
And then for like, yeah, but like music production is like a whole different thing. Mainly because I do mostly trap music. I listen to mostly trap producers, but I still incorporate shit from other people. But like in the trap realm, Metro Boomin, you know, he's moving the genre from like it sounding like percussion to actually sound like music. Like he's one of the people that's very a big proponent of him. Travis is like probably my number one in the trap room. Just like his progression is crazy too. It's like you figure like days before rodeo mixtape compared to how like this music sounds now. It's all great, and it's just like it sounds like he just like I don't know threw his shit through like the wash and just claim out like so much more clean and efficient. And I was like, it's already like I like the grittiness of it. And he took away the grit, but was able to replace it with like I don't know.
Some other shit, Travis.
And it's just invigorating.
Yeah, it's all mood.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like that's the thing about like a lot of these trap artists. It's more about a lot of these people learn how to acquire the mood of music. Yeah, you know, they're taking that and just like using it to their full will, kind of abusing it, kind of. But you know, it's just about give and take. You know, there's boys in there that can rap that are in the trap world. You know, people just like to like when they're using their arguments like to decline and ignore them, and it's like okay. I'm not even do that. And last but not least on this track list, and people like probably like don't fuck with me. A lot of people don't fuck with me. I love Chief Keef. The influence of Chief Keef on how music is playing right now, as far as especially in hip hop in general, is much heavier than like I realized before. Like it was like a couple weeks ago, listening to all this like 2012 of Chief Keef. He just had all these bangers out.
That was crazy.
Continuous bangers. And I'm listening to it, I'm like, first of all, people are still trying to like replicate this sound now. And they can't. They just can't hit that young chopper. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he like even though like his lyrical ability is not really there, okay. But like
he's gotten better though.
But he has gotten better. He's gotten better with connecting the thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But like it's just how he goes about like I don't know. It's like he uses his voice is almost like he uses his flow and his voice is almost like a part of the beat, like a part of the percussion. It's like a part of the actual like instrument of the music, more so than it's just words. So it's just like I don't know. It brings a different element that a lot of people have been trying to do in their own way, shape, or form, whether it be through like harmonizing or whatever. But everybody's doing something that he's kind of like started doing when he was first on his come up at 16.
He was on House Arrest too.
He was a lot of things. He was a lot of things. You know,
quite a few attitudes in our cops when I agree with.
Still just like finesse. So. In the day.
Shaking through
he was new NWA. NWA for like a new age.
By himself. A single-handed
NWA just by himself. He's definitely he's a god in Chicago. Like people really see this nigga as a god.
Oh, correct.
Like
I think
he can't go back home.
I mean, he can't go back home.
He paved the way for like G Herbo.
Oh yeah, all them boys.
Because like, rapper until we got Twista, we got Twista.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, for us,
Twist.
But like for us, it was like we had Chief Keef, and then all of a sudden you got other people like, damn, this other rappers from Chicago that's really coming up.
Yeah, ever since they just started in like 80.
Right. Yeah, because it was like
Atlanta too. They just started
a little pop. It was like, all right, we got Kanye, Twista, and Common, and Lupe. And then it was like nothing. Because Lupe was last one like 5
years. It was a different type of sound. Because like,
there
was trap around before that and all, but
it wasn't.
These guys came out here talking about stuff and all that. People haven't heard the music since like NWA and shit like that. He came out saying that, yo, I killed somebody the other day, and hype as hell on the track. Like, you like,
it was crazy.
And he did.
I was just like listening. What was I just listening to? I was listening to Snoop Dogg the other day. You remember how Dr. Dre and like Snoop Dogg, they really had no picks when it came to what they said?
Oh, not at all.
Oh yeah, that time.
Like at all. And I just went to go see All Eyes on Me, and I also seen like how, like their music back then, it was like, this some real shit. That's what I gotta say. Like, I'm gonna go in the studio and talk about this
They
shit.
didn't hold nothing back.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you just talk me having sex with a girl, I did that. Like, okay, so I was listening to Snoop Dogg and I just seen All Eyes on Me, and I really had to think about the music back then, how they weren't afraid to talk about what they really went through, like things like that. So it's like, for me, I look up to those rappers like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, because it's like, you could bump to it, and like, it's like, you living that life too.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a creep, sorry, y'all. But
No, see, that's the thing for me. I get upset when people come at these guys and for talking about that stuff. You know, a lot of times, well, that's their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's
All they're doing is
lifestyle.
talking about their life and all. I mean, yeah, and all. They brag about it to a point where it's like, okay, relax and all. But they saying like, yo, I fucked this, I popped that. That's literally, that's all they do.
But
So how
how
can you
you
get
get
mad?
artists anyway?
That's
They
what-
just
yeah.
explain what they're doing in their real
So like, how you get mad at them for that? You know?
really feel really living their life.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's my turn. So I kind of like split mine in half between like the older generation and the newer generation. With who I idolize musically, obviously Michael. Like Michael is like the holy grail of music to me. Like there's nothing greater than him.
Right.
I probably have countless people denying that or want to combat that. We can talk. It's not gonna go through, but
It's Michael Jackson.
it's Michael. Then we got obviously Prince. We got D'Angelo.
Oh, yes.
I love D'Angelo's music. That's soulful, real deep, make you think, right? Just make you feel it, yeah, in the voice and with the words that he say. Maxwell, those type of artists. And then with my new school artists, I look more creative wise because they give me a lot of creative vibes when I listen to them, or like when I'm in a writing run or something like that. Frank Ocean, big Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is like literally like my favorite artist out right now. The Weeknd, James Blake. Those artists, the way they put their music together, especially James Blake and Frank Ocean, the way they use their voice and the way they use all the technology they have available to create the sounds that they make is just, it's ridiculous. And it's just like effervescent. It's just like vibrates when I listen to it. That's just me. It just takes me to a different level. And it helps me weed out some of the things, like, say I'm writing something and I'm like, oh, it sounds good. And then I like go back and listen to like James Blake's album, or like listen to Retrograde by James Blake. And it just takes me to different levels where I could take what I wrote here and put it there or there or there. It just gives me way more options. And that's why those artists I look to creatively. And I just love their music, period.
Well, I'm never in the studio. That's not what I get into. But I mean, but I like it though. Like, as far as music, I love music. And my dad comes from an era where hip hop, like, was just the thing. Like, you know, he was a DJ back then. So like, he was DJing. He was listening to Run DMC. He was listening to, like, you know, everybody. Like, I could go down the line. So it's like. And he always used to have order the XXL magazines and stuff like that. And we would look through them all, and you know, you would see the rappers from the early 2000s like Cassidy and you know, like you know, the whole State Property and things like that. So like music for me, it's almost like it's like a medicine for me. Like when I'm feeling down, it's something I need to listen to. Right. If I'm feeling like a thug, I'm going to listen to some thug shit. If I'm feeling, you know, if I'm feeling real sexual loving, I'm going to listen to some sexual loving shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, that's just, exactly. And my dad looks just like Music Soul Child. And it was like, he looks just like his man. Now he has a bald head though. But it's like, like he was a big fan of him. He still is. Like, if you know, music came out with some music, he would definitely, but like when Music Soul Child and Joe Scott, when I like pulling the game with the, you know, from the and stuff like that, like I'll even listen to that too with him. Like even as a child, I was like 7 years old singing Love with my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even my mom, oh gosh, she loves Joe Scott. She loves Joe Scott. Like me and her used to blast Joe Scott in the car.
Joe Scott.
And then you got Eve. Then you got Eve. Oh my God.
Oh,
Eve
I couldn't forget. She's been out of she's a billionaire.
Right,
she don't need to make no
but
music.
like Eve, she's still like if they just had a Rough Riders just had a concert.
Word.
Yeah, they had a concert. Yeah, and she killed it. I seen the video. She killed it.
I heard about
It's just like looking at Eve with the haircut again.
Word.
Yeah, it was just
I
like
gotta
looking
get-
at
I
you
gotta
all
get
over again. I
your
feel
hands
like,
on that footage.
like I said, like we need more people like that too. Even though like times are changing, growth is a part of is a part of change. But if we had people that weren't just stuck with one type of style, then like the music would be just the way it was back
It'd
then.
be bland.
I feel like we
It would be like because music it brought us together.
I feel like
separated us.
you have those artists now, like Kendrick and Cole, for example. I feel like
Definitely.
those guys and all, they're mixing like the old shit with the new stuff.
Like mini reservation.
Yeah, I mean, like Kendrick, he'll be the first one to hop on a track beat and run that, and then he'll go and do like some type of like the boom bap type stuff, and still sound amazing. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole the same way. So like they're still there. It's just because everybody's so focused on like the one thing right now. You don't hear about it. But even Kendrick, the fact that his album went. What,
I was about that. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that album? Like, how?
What?
I listen to
talk about it. Let's talk about that real quick.
I listened to that album.
Favorite album.
I really loved it. No, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, y'all. I only, you know how the radio only play them certain songs off the album.
Yeah.
Those, like from his other albums, those were the only songs I listened to, like Poetic Justice and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? I said
you
I was
But
I was like, you know what? I said, that's right. And then when I heard Damn, I was like,
Yo, that song.
was I missing something?
That song.
That song is
Rihanna.
I play that song so many times right now.
I played X.
Listen, love
At least the
I
first
love
half, 3 times.
Love is
All
like
of
my
this
favorite.
album.
Love is like my favorite.
He snapped. He snapped in that joint.
Oh, yo, DNA. Come on.
Oh, what?
Oh my
And the
God.
beat change. He's not words.
And I love
Not words. No, the song feel.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let's make it look
Sexy.
sexy.
I tried to know to say that's the first Kendrick album that was playable straight through.
Like what? All the joints was playing.
Saying that.
Exactly. Look at that city was a story.
That was like a tale of 2 albums too. It was like literally.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
We probably
I feel like
can't.
Kendrick Lamar always
like,
has
all right,
story.
that's it.
We probably can't kind of
Like he puts his
going
story
on
together in each song. It's like one song will go with this song.
Yo,
Kendrick bias, I would say.
Kendrick is the artist now where like he changes for each album, but yet it still works. You feel me? Like Kendrick's the one where like his track record, you can't tell me he has one
to
album.
his style.
Exactly.
No,
That's
no,
the thing.
no.
At the end of the day,
It's like he's just showing off different
like him.
sides of his
Speaking of albums,
It's
SZA just came out with a new album.
So I haven't listened to it yet. Unfortunately,
That's like
I
my
listened to
favorite.
Broken Clock.
That's probably my favorite singing album.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
I'm making her.
me. Oh no, that's a lie.
Just
Because Childish Gambino.
I haven't. That's a lot.
I'm
I'm a huge SZA fan,
like with
but
a
not
lot of
okay.
things. I think now, like I'm starting to go into my more, like my conscious mind. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like
You go through the
because
phases, you know?
I was like I started. So I'm listening to like Childish Gambino, and he said stay woke. So I'm like. So when he said that, I'm like, wait, let me run that back. Like,
That's a marriage.
We gonna sit here and
Yeah,
talk
like-
about this
I'm
album.
playing that whole album in my wedding.
Listen, the whole album. Just walk to the whole joint.
Childbirth walking out.
I'm gonna be in that car. Just ride it.
you know what's crazy? I was like, wait, everybody keep talking about this song.
No, but
And
that
because
album.
I heard it on Get Out, I'm like,
Yeah.
it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense. I'm like,
Yo.
oh, this is what he was saying. Like, okay.
Stay woke. Nigga skin.
And he's so well rounded.
He got me into rapping, yo. Childish Gambino so well. Like, so when he dropped that album, yo, and mind you, I'm down for whatever he does. I'm a stand. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a stand.
Yeah.
So like he dropped anything, I'm gonna say that's fire, yo. But that was legit. Like,
I haven't heard
it
of
was
bad Childish
hard.
Gambino.
Right, quality.
The fact that he jumped from like spitting bars, which like he's still underrated when it comes to rapping. He's one of the best. Like he gets.
And I was
spit
surprised
on the
when they was singing that song because I was like,
Yo,
Yeah,
that was
because
all
like
that was all his voice.
Yeah, that's
There was
what
no
I'm talking about.
filter.
Redbone, right? Yeah, that's the first time you see him. I was like, what?
right, like, what is
What is
Redbone
that?
about? I'm thinking he talking about a light skin girl.
That's what I thought too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm thinking like Redbone. I'm like, is he
That whole
talking about
album
that?
was experimental for him.
That shit was.
He was taking it back to funk.
He took it real bad. He
on my
took it back
heart
to
and soul.
I just
Nobody was expecting it.
you want
I
yo,
love
bro.
and J. Cole with his last album.
Oh,
I didn't
that
really get a
was
chance
solid
to
album.
really listen to it vividly. But I know a lot of people had great things to say about it. Like my stepdad, he listens to
It wasn't
rappers like
bad.
Childish.
It wasn't
J.
bad.
Cole, yeah.
Yo, J. Cole, that
I'm
was
sure
good.
J. Cole always got a
It
lot
was
to talk about
good,
too.
but then after I saw his little special they had for HBO or whatever,
Oh,
I
yeah,
went back
I'm-
and played it again. That shit hit me hard, yo, because that's like that special would have me crying. I'm not gonna lie, that joint had me serious. it was really
At
emotional.
least you can admit that.
Yeah, I
Because a lot of black men ain't gonna do that,
I
yo.
love music that makes me cry. Music,
No, that's the thing.
That's
I was like, music is one of the few things that can make me cry.
right? I be
I
saying
know,
like I
like,
ain't gonna do it.
That's
Like it's about like music at the end of the day. Sound at the end of the day is vibrations.
It is.
Vibrations just move you. And then everybody has
The
different
energy, the energy.
vibrations and frequencies that resonate with them much stronger than others.
I need
Like,
music that's
that
gonna make
simple.
me imagine shit. Like Kendrick Lamar, I think I'm him when I'm in Compton. I'm not from Compton.
Listen.
Like he,
I'm a good kid in the
Yeah, he said like to Pimp a Butterfly. The setting, he was able to set the setting so efficiently on that joint.
and then the cover, like the cover was like,
You already knew what time it was.
I feel like the cover was iconic. You got
Oh,
the
yeah.
cover,
Oh yeah,
then it's
this
like
was pulled up at the White House.
Yo, with a dead white man on the ground, like
the picture, like what you got
What's
a
up,
bunch
boy?
of black people
What's up
with
with
dead
y'all?
white
holding money, holding footies, yo. That's
Black,
black. That's iconic.
That's
Unapologetically black.
culture.
That's what I
And I
want.
think people don't understand. Like people will say, "Oh, black people do this," but that's us.
Okay,
That's us.
That's
y'all,
us.
and y'all
He
do
captured that.
Exactly, that's us.
Y'all do this.
Like
Y'all point that
I
out.
can say
when
so
we're
many things about black
You
people.
can't hate it. I'm sorry. Yo, people like, yo, he's ass. I'm sorry. Yo,
Right, and what? And I'm letting you really shape her.
Honestly, the only thing people really
Whoa.
don't like about Kendrick is his voice. I've heard that many times.
But then I mean,
It is
that's like,
like-
y'all never heard
that
that
criticism.
No. I've heard that same critic.
I've
I'm thinking
heard
like
that
how
all the
you
time.
bump
That's the only
Wayne
thing I
Thug,
hear.
all his voices sound annoying as hell.
Yeah, like
You
and
bump Migos and their voices get annoying after a while. Uzi's voice sound annoying.
Anybody
And
voice
people
get
don't like
annoying
the
if you hear
truth.
that for a while.
And people don't like the truth because once you feel yourself awakening to something different, it's like you gotta get uncomfortable. But you gotta get uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Exactly.
You gotta be uncomfortable
And that's why you
to
like
accept the truth. Like,
Yeah, because that's like that's what that.
Because like I feel like
Butterfly did for that for a lot of people.
you be like, damn.
What song
You like
is
shit.
it?
Like,
The song that
This is
did
out. This is out.
What is it called?
This is so
The
fun.
joint with Snoop Dogg on it.
What was it?
Institutionalized.
Yeah, institutionalized.
You gotta-
That's it. Word.
I'm thinking, okay, I
Institutionalized.
never heard of it.
Yeah. So play on words
My
too.
favorite song
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
album was You.
Yo, that was that version. Oh my god.
That song Mortal Man. That's on Mortal Man. Yo, with
He got
Tupac.
He got real.
Oh yeah.
He got
That
real.
one had me in tears. That shot was
The
like,
interview with the M Dot.
Speaking of Tupac, y'all really need to go see All Eyes on Me.
Was it good?
It was really
I'm
good.
a late eyes.
I'm getting
yeah, I've been
I
thinking
know, because like people
Jada
been
Pinkett
saying,
herself said it.
yeah, like okay, then you know how it is. Like everybody
She
put a Bible
didn't
pick
say
out, everybody saying, "Oh, this wasn't true, this wasn't true," and I really think it's because of politics, because they don't want to know.
Yeah.
You don't want to
But
get their
I
person
feel like the
different
things you were
life.
talking about weren't things that would take away from the story regardless.
Exactly.
I feel like
Because they still had a bond at the end of
Yeah.
the day. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about Tupac and Jada, then you think about the good times. You don't really think about the
The
bad
bad,
times.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
think about that. But I feel like
It's 'cause
even
he did,
Tupac
yeah.
plays a part.
Yeah.
Tupac plays a part in the music too, because he was more than an artist. He was a revolutionary.
Oh yes.
And I've been telling people,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
that it's like it's not about going to see Tupac the artist. It's about seeing Tupac Amari Shakur. Like it's about seeing
Experience,
who he
exactly.
really was. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
need to go see things like that because you know you got like the biopic about Notorious. He was notorious. Like he was talking about getting money, selling drugs, having sex with these girls. Two.
I was just.
But like Tupac was on some shit like Brenda had a baby and this what happened. Like y'all need to stop raping these girls, doing what y'all doing. Mama,
That's
I love
why.
you. You know,
I can relate to
like,
Pac more. Like that people say like Pac is big. Like me's always been Pac because for some of the fact that like Pac had bars and all. He just kept it real. Like for him, like he didn't need like the whole the like the series over the head type shit. He was like, I'm keeping 100. And for me, that's how I write. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can have bars and all that be complex and all, but I'm gonna keep it real, straight up.
You can't be no river, yo. That's just like that's not the media thing.
I always think like it's just like this. And here's a Biggie and Pac debate. There's a couple ways of living. To me, I think Biggie's a better rapper.
Yeah,
A lot of people say that though. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that.
Pac probably did a little more for the culture. And I just say like they're like collectively they are the Michael Jordan of rap music. Collectively, together,
together.
It was really big
because they're two
together.
halves
Yeah.
of a whole. Biggie has the more of the he's the Michael Jordan talent. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you
He's the intangible.
And then
Michael
Tupac
Jordan.
would
You
be
know what I'm saying?
like Tupac would be the
Tupac
impact.
is the impact.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Because they did work together.
Tupac was the sneakers.
He's from New York.
Michael Jordan was the
What was
Don't be
crazy
fooled.
is
on
how
the com.
Tupac is from New York.
Got you
yeah,
right.
like how
So much famous that, but
I don't know, like, I feel like, I mean, shit, I was only, what, like 1 or 2 when they both died?
Yeah.
So, like, I was like,
Yeah,
I can't sit here
95.
and be like, oh, yeah. I was around when that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, you know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
I worked
Oh,
with
but
people
the
that
legend
actually
is
were
on.
not alive for them.
oh, yeah, like, yeah, like
that
some
come
kids
down.
that be like 97.
I was like,
you
y'all
gotta-
adults?
I was at my job, right? I was at my job. And it says you gotta be born in 1999 to buy cigarettes.
Oh,
99.
I did. Like, I was.
Wow, that's crazy.
Time just went by fast. I'm telling you.
I was
It's like-
like, damn.
Sheesh.
It's like
I
this
was
girl.
like, okay.
and my job is like, yeah, that's why.
Like, what's going on?
99.
99?
Time is fine.
And think about when it hit 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, 2000 was a funny year. Yo,
I don't want to talk to
2005. Like,
2000 was a funny time, yo.
but it
There's a lot
just makes me
going on.
think, you know, we're
Pushing
still
out
young, but we know so much about this music. Like,
presidency.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we're so
campaign,
young.
yeah.
But it's like, we could tell you about Biggie and Tupac still. And it's like, especially, like I said, my dad, like I had him play this, I was like 5, y'all, okay, like 5 or 6. And I always had him play Story to Tell every day.
Mm.
I don't know, I was young. I wasn't saying those curse words. I was like, if I don't say them, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Right.
I was like, yeah, play that. Yeah, like, play that.
Spend money in forever.
Every day, Story to Tell. And now that I'm older, I'll be saying every word. I'm like,
That's weird.
I'm gonna bust this.
My
Shit, I'll be, yeah.
That's so funny.
The
My
first was
parents
fun, yo.
were
I'm gonna tell you
definitely
that.
like,
Oh, yeah, just
they're definitely
express
like big like East Coast rapper fans. Like my dad was clearly on the East Coast side of this East Coast West Coast thing. Clearly,
That's
like,
funny,
I would think about like when I listened to growing up. I was not listening to Pac. That would not have Pac in the joint. I think he had like a Snoop Dogg album, The Chronic. I mean, it's technically a Snoop.
No, I don't think
Technically a
I did.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I mean that's
But the
Drake.
West Coast, yo.
But yeah, like my mom was not about it.
My mom was
It was
more
all
of a West
Wu-Tang.
Coast.
Yeah.
All this
And
West
that's
Coast.
definitely East Coast.
All this,
She
all this Brooklyn
liked
work.
them. Like, but my dad was more East Coast. My mom was more
I'm
West
a
Coast.
East Coast man all day. I rep the East
My
Coast
mom-
until I die, yo.
Right.
Yo,
My mom
but that
was
time
diverse.
period, West Coast was dropping. Come on, yo.
West Coast
That
got some
G-Funk
shit.
sound, yo, you
Yeah,
can't
they
beat
got
that. I'm
some
sorry,
shit.
yo. Fucking Dre, yo. Dre is
Dre was hot.
It took me a while
I
to
would
come
say that.
around on that.
Who,
Not
Dre?
gonna lie to you.
On Dre?
The G-Funk style in general.
Really?
So, like,
That's
just
what I
because I
was
listened
saying.
to it as a child.
Yeah.
So, like, it was always taught to me as like, it was like corny. You know
That's
what
your
I'm
style,
saying?
though. Yeah,
Corny,
that's you, though.
glamorized West Coast music. That's how it was presented to me by my dad. So, like,
What
in
do you think
my
about
mind,
Easy though? Cause I don't know.
Oh, he's a go. He's a go.
oh,
He's a
still, but
Cause like,
looking back on
like I don't know. Like I went to go see Straight Outta Compton, right?
Yeah, he did
And I
one of
was
his
like, and it was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? It showed every aspect of
Yeah.
Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Dr.
course.
Dre, all them. But I'm thinking to myself how people looked at Eazy-E as opposed to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and them because they all had a different flow, and you could tell. But Eazy-E, I used to think like, am I gonna have fun with these words? Like I'm gonna have fun with what he's saying instead of like I'm gonna
Well,
just
he
I'm
was
gonna just
writing
bump to
them,
it.
so you was
see,
going.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump with it, but like,
was
am I
writing
really
them,
going
so,
like
yeah, they
you
was
sit there
writing
and think like you know what I'm saying?
Ice Cube is the godfather of gangster rap. Like they say it's easy, but because Ice Cube was running on his stuff, and Ice Cube is technically the godfather of gangster rap.
He's
But at the same time, Eazy-E, yeah, pretty much. Yo, but Eazy-E, he was on, like, to me, it's just like seeing him perform, yo. It's like one thing, like, yeah, like he had the lyrics written by somebody else, but he took them lyrics and he made them shits his own, yo.
Right.
Like I just see like his music videos, him performing. He just like he got a presence on it that people can't, beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you hate this dude?
For sure.
I feel like the movie kind of did him dirty a little bit, because he's dead. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody's still alive, but they can be like, no, like you can't talk shit about me. No, he's dead, so they're like, yeah, we're gonna have him.
Yeah, they gonna see you with it,
Think about it, yo. He wasn't heartbroken on. Like, you check out like his whole bio. He wasn't as broke as the movie portrayed him to be.
Right.
I think
I'm
he
sure
just signed
right.
what's the duo group at the time?
Bone Thugs. Right?
Yeah. He signed up. He was making money, yo.
He did.
He was not poor like they made him be.
Yeah, they made him big draw on this situation.
And Tupac too, but I feel like with that movie and all, because he's dead and all, and because there's no real connection to Tupac anymore left or whatever, they're like, yeah, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
And then
Tell
Tupac,
the people that.
we don't tell his mom that. They wait till his mom.
Tupac and Cuban.
Yo, and it's fucked up this one because
That's
his
why
mom passed
Donald Trump
away.
just shut that
And then they made the movie.
Exactly. And I said the same thing. Oh, they made the movie
When his mom passed away.
after.
If she would have lied, damn well,
Yeah, she wasn't going.
She
She was
would've pulled up the
having
statement.
something.
that movie would have been.
She'd have pulled up on that joke.
Exactly.
That's my baby. She would have.
She'd have summoned the
I feel
spirit
like
of Malcolm
I
X.
feel like I feel like maybe if she was alive, maybe the movie. I feel like the movie.
Biology.
I really don't know. See, I don't know.
It would be interesting because I would really like to hear what she would have to
well,
say.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would want to
Hear
know
what Jada said.
Yeah,
And Jada was
like.
Jada. It's Jada and Tupac. Like that's why I'm real critical because like if Jada Pinkett Smith, the woman that was pretty much winning for good majority was like, it's saying it's like
and they both was popular
skewed.
At the same time too. Like they both took off. Like
set it off.
Yo, 50 Cent said it was trash. That shit, that don't have me.
I always wonder how
50 Cent said it was like a
50 Cent on his
lifetime.
brand, he was like that shit was trash.
I always wonder how Will Smith felt about that.
Yo, honestly, I always question that.
That's
I think he checked.
Yo, Will Smith.
I'm good.
I ain't gotta worry about her going back.
I thought he was a threat.
I mean, he was married. He was also married too.
True and all.
Well, yeah. And
Right.
Tupac was dating Quincy Jones' daughter anyway. Like, cause they were on the version.
True, but like to me, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Tupac and her had a deeper relationship though than her. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That's why based off that. I feel like Tupac and her had like what we have now. Like, you know, like our 20s is real. Like we got like that real intimate type love, whatever. Her and Will Smith, they probably real deep. Like, I don't see it being.
Now, the love of 2017 ain't.
That is a good question.
That's what I said. Was it love or friendship? That's. I feel like it was a real deep friendship. I don't really feel. I don't think they had
like you know how to think.
emotional.
I think they.
You got friends
A romantic Tupac, maybe, but like I really feel like it didn't get to that romantic stage.
I know Tupac was
dedicated to Jada.
and he was my age.
Where's it at? It's around.
Fruity Loops back.
Yeah.
Look at how she looking now. Tupac could be all over.
I feel like
a
Tupac. If Tupac was alive and he was my age, I'm on it like white on rice.
Yeah, no,
You see that poem you wrote? Every girl
like,
strives for a man to write her poems. We don't get that no more.
It still be hood.
We get Instagram posts. I love you, babe. No.
If Tupac was alive today, and he was the artist, he'd just go on the gram, post some poems. I'm telling you, all on the gram, like, yo, girl.
So he don't really be like.
Black Lives Matter all over his yo.
So like.
Tupac would be
a social justice.
I ain't got my nose pierced because of him. Like he was like one of the reasons why I got my nose pierced. I'm gonna get it back.
Really?
That's it. He is inspired.
He's a lot of
He's very like.
Yeah, Tupac was definitely
a lot of
people
people got that nose on.
People talk shit about Tupac. I'm thinking like, who? Why?
I would never get like
people talk shit about Tupac.
Biggie.
No,
I'm
no,
a Biggie fan, and I'm talking about Pop.
People call overrated. People like,
overrated.
I think
you're overrated. I'm not.
They're looking at the spectrum of his actual rapping ability. That's why.
But even then, he wasn't like truly ass at rap.
No, I didn't say his ass, but like he wouldn't.
It was a Biggie level.
So like, all right, so basically, like the difference between this is how there's a lot of people, and I partially feel the same way. Impact. You took away the impact he had on the game as a straight up rapper. He will be top 10.
Yeah, that's facts. I agree.
And that's pretty much the thing. You want to be a top rapper?
I'm a Tupac fan.
Straight up in a vacuum. In a vacuum.
Would y'all work for Tupac?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. That's not act like.
I just want to know.
But then it's still the real world. Yo, Bob, I've had this song ready for listen. Just like say something.
I have to drop a song.
You overrated. I ain't gonna do a song with that dude. You overrated.
Listen,
Now, do you
it's
think
Tupac.
would your sound of music be different with Tupac than with Biggie if you had the chance to work with Biggie, or would it still just?
No, it'd be different.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it'll be. There's two different styles.
Yeah.
Like I see, like
If I did extract with Biggie, I'm gonna definitely have to be on like my top 10 and shit.
Yeah, you gotta be on some.
If I'm doing a song with Tupac, I'm gonna be like, yo, fuck the system type.
You ever
shit,
see?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
You ever
definitely.
listen to Brooklyn's Finest? The Holden Biggie song is Jay-Z's first.
No, I don't think. No. When I was a young boy, I probably was like, no.
Yeah, that's the type of shit you gotta be in dueling with those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard.
I think that was the first.
Just speaking of Hope about the new album.
He's scared.
Oh yeah.
It is.
No.
I know he is.
Yeah. It's still
I
scared.
want to
No,
know
that should
about
be
the
good.
triple numbers.
It
Like,
has
has anybody?
444.
So
44 fours. You ever heard 40? Alright, so you ever okay? So this is
That's
another
his
song.
number anyway. Him and
So
Beyonce
there's a
got
song
internet's been going
called
off
22 Twos, also on the same album, Reasonable Doubt. There was I think there was a follow up or something that was called 44 Fours. So we feel like it's a reference to that 22 twos is just because he was doing 22 2 bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Like
then
conspiracy
44
theories on
fours.
and things on some like some deeper spiritual zodiac type shit too.
You already know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They say that when you see
Just
triple
like they
numbers
did
in
that shit
meaning,
with
it stands about
Hero
angels and
Manson
stuff like
shit.
that.
I was like, stop. Like, get, oh my God, stop. Y'all are fighting.
Yo, Marilyn Manson, yo, he's not even like fully like, you know, like all satanic too. Like
Yeah.
he's trolling people. He's been trolling people since like 2000.
People don't
Marilyn Manson really don't
understand
like get into that.
Listen,
So
people
he's
still
losing.
think Tyler the Creator is satanic. So
Wait, he was trolling people. Tyler Perry was trolling
he's
people.
atheist. So he can't be a satanist. Like, what are you talking about?
So what about Nas? Y'all
I mean,
waiting for
listen,
something
hot
from Nas?
box.
Y'all waiting for something from Nas?
Listen, Nas.
Oh, waiting for
Oh,
something.
wait for
wait,
something.
no.
I mean, Nas is fine where he's at.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
Nas
just
just
do his
signed
thing.
Dave East.
But I'm cool
No,
with
I'm
like
trying to hear
Dave East
hearing
is
him
hot.
drop.
I'm trying to hear
Dave East is
tracks.
hot. I
I'm trying to
haven't
hear
heard
tracks.
any. He's refreshing.
Nas going on tour now.
He's
Lamar Hill.
refreshing. Like,
Because he got.
yeah, the concert is coming in September.
I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to go.
Yeah,
I'm
it's coming.
trying to
Yeah, it's
go.
coming here. Yeah.
Lauren Hill and Nas.
And I said the
She
same
better
thing.
show up.
First
Right,
of all,
this
respect her
time.
name.
Get
She's going to show.
satisfied. Her fans.
She's going to
And
come
I
to
wanted to see. I wanted to ask
Let's
this
see
because,
it.
like, you know, y'all. I'm not gonna say y'all underground, but I feel like I could see y'all coming up, especially.
You can say-
Don't be underground.
Because I want to say,
I like the underground pop.
Because like
It's a fun
y'all
pop. I'm
underground.
not
And
gonna
I feel
lie.
like the ones that's
Freedom.
underground,
Facts. You can do whatever the fuck you want underground.
right?
And live your life.
Like with underground music, I feel like a lot of people need to really tap into it. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like it's
Yeah,
not. It's,
I wasn't as
I think the internet has
appreciative
helped
of
out.
it
yeah, it's like
until I actually started doing it.
And it's
Yeah.
funny because like we have these same conversations yearly. Like, yo, people should listen to the underground. Yo, they got some good stuff. Though.
they
Like,
do. Like,
No,
because
it's-
when
it's
people, when I
starting
talk
to get
it's
about
like there
music,
is getting there, but like we still
when I
have
talk
to
about
keep
music,
saying.
a lot
People
of
are
people say
lazy.
that.
That's what people are lazy.
A lot of
That's
people
what comes
say
down
that.
There's a
to.
lot of
Both sides.
talented
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
out here.
'Cause-
Not just Philly, like out here, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland.
I mean,
anywhere.
fuck Jersey, but yeah,
Yeah,
like, fuck Jersey, but we're every other state.
Holla at us, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to go with it.
I just throw a dollar.
I went down to DC, yo, that
That's
DC
they
come
get
up.
lit. They
It's
get
nice. On the come, DC, like Maryland, like that whole little area.
Baltimore.
That shit is nice. The DMV, also,
This is a different,
even Florida right now is on the come up too.
I'm not gonna say
Florida
like.
been on the come up since like the long
Ain't
since
Triple X
DJ
from
Khaled.
Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, Triple X is from Florida too.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
sit
know
here
if
and
that's
say
a
like I'm
Triple X is
like.
not no dub.
I don't know if that's a dub.
Triple X is
Florida.
talented.
Oh, he's talented.
He's talented. He's stupid, but he's
He's still
talented.
raw.
He's
still
stupid as
very
shit.
raw
He's
in his
raw.
development.
He is raw. I'll give
He's
him
young.
that.
He's
young.
young.
Yeah.
He's
young.
He's very young.
And
I heard
stop
his
living
work.
so reckless.
It is very
His
experimental,
projects are
very like.
experimental.
That's
That
what it
needs
is.
to be a
He got
lot
a
of
reckless
variety.
lifestyle. I think that's what it is.
He's trying so
Maybe.
hard
I
to
don't
be
know.
something, and it's like, and that's kind of killing him. He's
I
trying to
mean,
be a
maybe
rock
he really
star,
like
and
that.
like, I don't think kids don't understand like to be a rock star is not all about jumping up, like, off the crowd. It's all
Right,
about
right.
just being cool. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Just
command that.
Yeah, you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like
Like,
everything that you do is
he's
all
trying to
about
force
delivery. It's all about how you
Exactly.
do it. It's like
if
it's
you're
all
getting
about
hit in the
delivery.
head every single night, or you hit a fan, like, no.
You gotta hit it right. You want to
I'm
do
saying,
it. You hit the
that's
block,
a no-go.
you
That's a
hit
He
the-
punched a fan in the face the other day, no, because he jumped into the crowd, whatever, and like a fan like pulled him by his necklace, and he turned around and punched him. I'm thinking, like, yo,
Why you pulled him by
no,
the
no.
Right, yeah, like
I would say that's cool. No, that's what no, but like, he's getting more
So
popular. You know what I'm
point,
saying?
like
Like,
super point, right.
he's getting more popular to the point where like,
It wasn't
you're
Rob
not
Stone
smart,
that did it.
but-
Rob Stone ain't did it.
Yo,
He's
Okay, so we talked a lot about music today, y'all. You guys, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
right.
So, what's the best advice you can give to somebody that's in the underground industry, coming up?
Keep at it. No matter how you feel about what your music is right now, or how people perceive it, or wherever you are with your, should say, stardom, just keep at it. Whether you're here or here, because one song, that's literally all it takes. It's been proven. It takes one song.
science, research.
It
Research
takes
shows.
one song, and from there, you just build. I'm not saying like sell your creativity or sell your soul for one track that's gonna get you. Don't be like Vanilla Ice, but like it takes one song for you to be one cosign, or just your city fucking with you, other cities fucking with you, people in the street liking you. It just takes one person to network that. Oh, I like this song. Whose song is that? Countless times where he'll play a song or he'll play a song. I'm like, oh, what's that? And
Right.
just
It's just all about
a fucking
I don't know.
fire,
Circulation.
flashlight from there.
I get that.
Yeah. Very much. It's just like, don't take other people's words and advice with heed, but don't necessarily let it move you. I'll say, you know, take it for what it is. But I don't say take it. I'm not saying take it for face value only, but like, don't let it demotivate you. Motivate you. You ride your own personal roller coasters. You know, figure out what your like main motivating thing, and abuse it.
Be a tree.
Abuse the shit out.
Be a tree in the wind. Go with the flow and stay steady.
Exactly.
You'll find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because like once you like have like, if you have that purpose in mind, that purpose will push you, like on days and all when you're feeling like, yo, fuck this music, or like, forget my art and all. Like that purpose is what pulls you out of that funk, And then like what they said, and I'll keep it raw. Yo, fuck what people say. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, like there were times now, like for example, I'm pretty sure like Kanye has had people say like, yo, what are you doing? Like
He still gets that.
Yeah, like he's still gets all, but like your Kanye's still Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
They told boy you'd be better off as a producer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
And now
And then
you
the whole heard what you call it? They heard
This for the wire.
the demo for your college dropout.
It's amazing.
It's like, oh yeah, put that shit out.
Yeah.
Like what you talking about?
Right.
That's all. That's all it comes
Show
down to.
respect at the end of
Like
the
whether
day.
or not you're a rapper, singer, producer, whatever you're doing,
Yeah,
just like of course, like he said, you have to have people's advice. You know what I'm saying? Because people do news, like they do know something, but at the same time, you gotta have people who like they see your vision and then they're trying to help you for your vision, not trying to change you to what they think you should do. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there fucks up a lot of artists right now. They're thinking like, oh, maybe I should listen to them because they think, no. If you know and all that's what you're going to do, then keep going. Don't stop.
Be able to take constructive criticism and turn it into progress.
Yeah, convert it.
Important.
Listen what you need to listen to, because anybody knows bullshit when they hear it, unless you're like really oblivious to it, real gullible. Hopefully not in the music industry, but
Yeah. You get that a lot of
They
BS.
will shoot you down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This industry, man, it's been proven. Research shows if you're gullible in this industry, shit will fuck you up, man.
But since, we've talked about the music so much, I want to thank y'all for being here. Y'all said a lot of things, like a lot of things that made me think, like, you know what?
that's good.
I need to listen to some better music. But other than that, I really appreciate, y'all for giving me the time, to come here and interview y'all. I really appreciate it. And,
Thank you for coming out.
Right?
I need to follow y'all. So, speaking of which, where can everybody follow y'all? Tell the people.
For Doobies, I am at Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, all that jazz.
Shizzy Man Diaz. SHIZZY MANDIAS. Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook.
MySpace.
Messenger.
AOL.
AIM, exactly.
Take it back one I'm the you. She got dark back in. Xbox Live.
Whoa. Get him.
Shizzy Man
What
Diaz.
about you? You got MySpace?
I was about to say yeah too. I got my face. It's out there somewhere.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TheJWolf TheJaiWolfe. Don't forget the E. And on SoundCloud, JWolf JaiWolfe.
And to find me for this awesome interview, I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook as well, at the Kenlo Show. Some of them is underscore, but anything's possible. Just look for me. I'm there. And that's all, folks.
Hey, it was good.
Out my grapefruit tree, I dominate break loose, giving Mike's minstrel cycles, streets disciple. I rock beats that's mega trifle and groove even smoother than.